Hey everybody, this is Denise, and I'm just jumping on for a little bit just to share with you a little bit of an update as to what's been going on in my life. You guys know that I've been down with this, and it's doing much better now. I just took the brace off so that I can kind of move it around for a little bit and get some things done. But you know what they say about the best laid plans? Today is Monday, and so typically what I would be doing is my weekly home blessing, which includes stripping the bed and then throwing those sheets in the wash. And then while the bed is airing out, I would be doing my daily swish and swipe in the bathroom, sweeping the floors, and then getting the hubby to mop the floors, vacuuming in the family room, and those kinds of things. Well, unfortunately, couldn't do the starting my daily load of laundry today. And that's probably my robocall, but I better check because we got a call for what? Wait a minute. Hello? I missed them, whoever it was. So I'll have to see what the call was. Well, so excuse me for leaving the screen. I know that is very indelicate for me to do that. But as I was about to tell you, so yesterday I should say, I was feeling pretty good and I had a load of laundry that I needed to do. So I thought, well, why don't I just go ahead and throw this load in because I've been wanting to get that done. Just kind of trying to get back into the swing of things. Threw the load in the wash. Hubby kissed me goodbye, left to go to a meeting, and I went upstairs to grab something. And coming back down the steps, I heard a gurgle, and I thought, that doesn't sound good. And it sounded like the gurgle from when we had a problem with the plumbing in our bathroom once before. So I looked in the bathroom and I could see water just rising up in the toilet bowl, just starting to come up. And I knew this time to shut the water off in the washing machine. So I ran around, shut the washing machine off. Well, then of course, when you shut it off, all the water drains. Water was all over the floor, was flooding out the bathroom, down the hall. And since hubby had just left to go to a very important meeting, I didn't want to have to call him right then. But I was limited as to what I could do. So I grabbed a bunch of real thick, fluffy towels, put them on the floor, and just started pushing the water back into the bathroom so that the towels could absorb that water. Went out to the garage, got the big mop. He's got one of those big, like, ring mops. And I brought that in, and whereas I knew I couldn't do much with it, I could at least set it on the floor and let it soak up some of the water. So that's what I did. And then when he came home, he took care of the rest. But needless to say, we have to call the plumber. And so he called the plumber first thing this morning, and then they're going to call us to let us know when they could get out here to see us. So that meant I wasn't washing any loads today, so didn't start a load of laundry. However, I do have a set of sheets in the cabinet that I typically use, and it's those green sheets that I use all the time. I tell you what, my sister said, do you have any other sheets besides those green ones? And I'm like, yeah, but I like those, so I use them most of the time. However, right now, we have on a set of white sheets because that was what I switched to when I had to like change the sheets and that kind of thing for my surgery. So I'll be remaking the bed in a little bit. I'll still strip the bed, throw those sheets in the wash, and I'll be remaking the bed with my standard green sheets, which I love. But I'm also putting away some towels that I had here. And these towels have been in the laundry basket. And I'm putting things in the wrong place. These go over here. These are the dish towels, which don't go there. These go in here. So I'll take these over to where they go in just a little bit. But it's just more than a notion. So they say if you want to make God laugh, make plans. So I thought, okay, so I'm not going to be doing any laundry today. But this laundry that I'm folding was some that was in the basket that we had gotten washed just before I had my procedure, and they just been sitting in the basket because I've not been up doing anything. And hubby's not, could care less about, laundry in the basket. That's not his big thing. So I thought, okay. And then he was just in here a second ago, and he's like, what are you telling that? He feels like I tell everything. He's like, do you film everything? And whereas, no, I don't film everything. I do like to share things. So that's what I thought I'd come on and do. I had a video that I had planned to put up yesterday, but I needed to do an intro and an outro. And I have to say, whereas after I finished working on editing the video, I just didn't feel up to doing the intro and the outro. So I'll work on that today and hopefully have a video up for you sometime tomorrow. And then, of course, I do plan to do my show on Wednesday. And I was talking with an HR professional, and I was thinking, this might be a good topic to have on the show on Wednesday. So we'll see if I'm able to make that happen. So let me just ask you, how's your week been going? And I know it's just Monday, but how was your weekend? I'm just really trying to get back into the swing of things. And when you've been off track, it's easy to stay off track. And the saving grace for me is that I have a routine that I follow. And so I thought, I'm going to try to get back on track today. And what I'm going to do is just step into my routine where I'm at. So with it being Monday, one of the things that I would do is my weekly home blessing. So I'll do the part of that I can do. And what I can't do, oh well, I'll push it to the next time because there'll be another time for me to do a weekly home blessing. So there's that. It's kind of interesting doing this laundry chat. I haven't done a laundry chat in a while. I used to do them probably about every couple of weeks years ago, but I got out of the notion of doing that. But I do plan on maybe starting them up again because it is fun just to kind of sit and fold laundry and chat, kind of like chatting with a sister or with a girlfriend. So I will be doing that. I'll get hubby to come in and carry this basket up the steps for me. It's not very heavy, but he gets all bent out of shape if I try to carry anything that he remotely thinks is heavy, especially right now. And I don't have my brace on. He was like, put your brace on. And I'm like, I need to kind of start using this hand again so that it starts to feel normal. So I can just do little things like this and not have the brace on. So, gonna get this laundry put in the basket. And whereas I can feel, I can just feel it a little bit. Today it feels much better than it did yesterday. I still can't get a tight fist or much dorsiflexion there, but it's better than it was, I can't do all of that yet, but I'm getting there. And I decided that I'm just gonna accept God's grace and mercy and just take my time. What I do plan to do today for dinner, and I've been trying to think about what are some really easy, simple dinners that I can make. And I think today I'm going to make a turkey pot pie. I've got some turkey in the fridge from the deli, and I can cut that up into chunks. And then I've got a the roll-out pie dough crust, and I think I'm going to do that. And usually I will put 2 crusts on my pot pies, one at the bottom and one at the top. But one of the things that my husband got for me while I was under the weather was KFC's chicken pot pie. Oh my goodness, it was so good, and there was no bottom crust. And I realized, I think I liked it that way. So I'm going to try it this time without a bottom crust, and we'll see how that works out. So there's that. So I think what I'll do is I will show you a picture of what the pot pie looks like. I'll put it on my community tab, and so you can see how it actually turned out. But in the meantime, I'm going to wrap this up. Like I said, I'm going to call hubby in, have him take this upstairs, and then I'm going to get started sweeping and vacuuming. We'll see how well that goes. And I think what I'll do is use my Dyson, which I can use to sweep as well as vacuum. So thank you guys for joining me. You can leave me a few comments if you like. Oh, and let me show you. I've got on one of our new aprons. This one is just like, just like a little wraparound apron, but it gives good coverage. And for what I'm doing today, it works out fine. And I know there are so many of you who don't like the aprons that connect in the back. So this one should work out perfectly. All right. And then also let me invite you to sign up for my newsletter, which I promise I'm going to start getting that out again soon. And then sign up for my laundry lab. I'm going to try to get that back on schedule once I can do more with this hand. But in the meantime, I will chat with you soon. Bye. Now, how do I turn this off? That's hubby going in and out. I got to figure out how do I turn this off now. Let's try